Real talk. No bull. Real talk. We're putting it all on the table. You know what to do.
Tense.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, yeah, man. Fucking getting there, eh?
Yep.
Episode 22, mate. Here we are.
We keep chugging along.
We're just chugging
Chugging
along now.
along.
We're just
Ticking
fucking-
over now. We've
Yeah.
got a bit of a system, a pattern.
We do.
We're doing all right.
I think we're doing okay now. I think we've kind of like, I'm not going to like, I don't want to jinx us, but I think we've kind of got the process worked out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're kind of, I wouldn't say it's smooth sailing. You know, sometimes we look a bit dark.
Choppy.
Dean, do you actually
Choppy.
want to adjust that light down a little bit? That'd be awesome.
Choppy.
Choppy. Yeah.
Choppy.
Yeah. Choppy waters.
Choppy waters.
Choppy waters is all right. And
Yep.
we'll just adjust that light there. There we go. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what's been happening?
Not a lot.
Nah.
No.
I see you're not supporting or sporting your Geelong drink bottle here this evening.
No.
Yeah, what happened there, mate? You all right? Are you all right, buddy? Are you okay, mate?
I don't know what happened after half time.
You don't know what happened after
No,
that?
it was like The Simpsons when Homer says if he can't see it happen, it didn't happen.
Did you fall asleep around the toilet?
Yep.
Fuck yeah, that's a story.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. There we
we-
go.
we-
Braden's not boring.
We got a story for Braden. We'll put that on. So let's
Yeah, half so. Yeah.
let's tell us about how you ended up sleeping around the toilet. Let's go.
Started like every other Saturday.
Ooh.
Got up, I got my coffee and my little caramel slice that I like to get. And
Nice.
that's all I ate. And then
Because eating's cheating.
yeah, well, I didn't plan for this, but then then all of a sudden it's half time and there's a fair bit of rum gone, and then as soon as the third quarter started, I had to make a mad dash to the bathroom, and
Oh no.
next thing you know, it's 8:30. I'm getting up and I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You didn't vomit on yourself?
Nah.
Nah. You made the toilet.
Nah. I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no mess, no nothing. Oh,
Ah.
there might have been a little bit of a mess I had to clean.
A bit on the chin.
Oh, yeah, I had it.
Wipe it off the chin
Yeah,
like this.
But yeah, no.
Ah.
So, yeah, there you go. There's a story.
Oh, commiserations, mate.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
They were better on the day.
There's got to be a winner and a loser, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, hey, you know, first loser.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Um,
So, second comes right after first.
That's right. I mean, yeah, second's all right.
Yeah, but nah, I'm not too fussed. Like I said, because I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It's not a good.
I mean, you could always watch the replay.
No,
Yeah.
we never no need.
I think we'll send Braden a replay, hey? Yeah. We'll
That's
do that.
right.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
won't
Dean.
watch it though.
Yeah. Maybe we could just put it in the corner.
I was
of
about to
this.
say, I've got my iPad here. I could
Yeah, we
just
could
put
just-
it on.
We could just put it in the corner of this whole episode and we could just let the replay, maybe just the second half
Yeah.
of
Just
Geelong.
really sped up.
Yeah, Geelong losing and
Well,
and
no, because
Brisbane.
it's what?
I'll just break shit. That's all right.
How long a half? Well, it doesn't matter because he doesn't watch the episodes anyway.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's right.
That's
Bummer.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Sucked in. Sucked in. I win.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I had a tetanus shot the other week.
That's right. Yes, and you were dead.
Oh, bro, that fucked me up, man.
Yeah.
If you know what,
Tell us the symptoms.
man. So I cut my finger a few weeks back on a little rusty nail while I was working, pulling off some old boards off an old building. And the cut healed up, but then once it had healed up, I noticed there was like a white ball underneath the scar. And so I was like, oh, fuck. And it was hurting, you know. So I lanced it with a knife, a blade.
That's what we do.
And squeezed it. His pus came out. It was fucking pretty fair away. And I was like, oh, man, that's not good. So I was like, I had to go to the doctors. This was on the Friday, lunchtime. And I went to the doctors and they were like, yeah, you got an infection. You know, you're going to need some antibiotics. But when was your last tetanus shot? And the last tetanus shot I got was in 2016, I think. I took an axe to the head.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't want to get an infection there.
Nah, it was like the axe on the back of a Pulaski. on like a grubber. So you've got like the grubber on one end and then the axe on the other.
Yep.
And yeah, I was trail building, and I copped the axe in the head through the hat, split my forehead open. So I needed a tetanus then, and it was rough, man. Like I hadn't had a tetanus since I was young, and I didn't remember it, but that was rough. And so when she said the other day that I needed another tetanus shot, I was just like, oh man, I was like, man, this is going to be so fucking horrible.
I hate it.
And it was 2 days of just absolute bullshit. Like, you know, the skin was really sensitive. You know, the top of my head hurt. You know, all my joints hurt. My hands, my knuckles, my ankles hurt. All my muscles were just all sore and I just felt bruised. I had the chills. Like I had fever conditions without being sick. I was nauseous. Yeah, it was just, and it was like 30 hours of that, like intense. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, gone now. I was like, oh, I feel okay now. That's weird.
So kind of how I felt Saturday night.
Yeah, probably. And then, but all week I've just felt really lethargic and just kind of quite drained. You know, I've been waking up with headaches and, yeah, so it's been a bit of a rough week, but yeah, we just plod along, man. Just plod along.
That's what we do, man.
Yeah,
Get back up.
drink some water.
That's it.
Pop some Panadols.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, hopefully she'll be right. You know.
Yeah.
What can you do, right? Yeah. But I'd rather have the shot than get tetanus,
Yeah, well.
because tetanus looks fucking horrible. To get tetanus, like I said to her, I said, "Oh, what happens if you get tetanus?" And she says, "Well, would you like having lockjaw?" And I said, "Nah." And she's like, "Yeah, you get lockjaw, and then the rest of your body locks up too." And I looked up a photo of it, and it literally looked like this dude had been turned into a pretzel. Like, yeah, didn't look good. Didn't look good at all.
How long do you sell that for?
I don't know. I was just like, no.
Okay.
I was like, no, I don't want to look like that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And so I'd rather have the tetanus shot and fucking deal with that for a couple of days. Yeah, so, you know, if anyone out there's had your tetanus shot done, you might know. I mean, I might be a fucking pussy, but, you know, I don't
You
think
are.
I am.
Tetanus is fine.
Yeah,
Tetanus shots
yeah.
are fine.
Damn it.
Treats
Yeah.
out.
But nah, it was actually, yeah, fucking horrible, man.
At least in my experience, tetanus shot was fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking nothing on you, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
Like, it literally felt like somebody snapped my arm with a baseball bat.
Well,
Like,
see, whereas I got mine because ADHD kid, I'd picked up a pocket knife and was just destroying a Kinder Surprise egg
yeah.
and just sliced the side of my finger.
Oh, lovely.
Couldn't, I was worried I hit the nerve.
Ooh.
So I went to the doctors the next day and they're like, no, you've just swelling is blocking the nerves because I had no feeling in the side of the finger.
Ouch.
And they were like, when was your last tetanus shot? I'm like, don't know. And they're like, okay, we'll give you one just to be sure. Got my tetanus shot, was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
What would have been when I did my fingertip?
Yeah.
I would imagine I would have got one then.
Ghost finger.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
All right, mate. Tell the people what we are discussing. Topic of choice.
Topic of choice tonight, parenting styles,
And?
the iPad generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. How we feel about it, whether we're for it, against it. What can we do about it? Is it affecting kids in a healthy way or a negative way? But yeah, let's start with like parenting styles. So after looking up parenting styles, because I don't know, like I never really thought about my own parenting style. I never really thought about my parents' parenting style or my own, but I thought I'd research it and see if, you know, what kind of category I might fall into. I don't like pigeonholing myself.
It kind of reminds me of when we were talking to Caitlin about love languages.
That's right.
And then she was like, oh, yeah, you listen to them, but you don't really pay attention to it. That's kind of
it.
now how I feel
That's it. Yeah.
about parenting techniques. It's
Yeah.
like, it's just another thing that gets
Yeah. I
thrown
mean,
around.
we take pieces of everything that works
That's
for
right.
us, right? You know, there is no handbook. And like I said, I don't like to pigeonhole myself. But when I looked up parenting styles, there was 4 main ones that they reckon that there is, you know, and one was authoritative, one was authoritarian,
What's the difference?
Let me just look here.
So when you were talking about that before, I was like, oh, you were just saying the same
So-
thing twice.
Authoritative is balanced and responsive. So that's high expectations but supportive, clear rules with open communication, encourages independence while maintaining boundaries, and considered the healthiest overall style. But authoritarian is strict and controlling, high expectations, low responsiveness, because I said so approach, punishment over discussion can lead to obedience, but also resentment or fear.
I can see both sides to that.
So then there's the third one is permissive. So that's lenient and indulgent. Few rules of discipline, wants to be the child's friend. Kids may struggle with self-control or authority because of that. And then the last one is neglectful or uninvolved, detached or absent. Low responsiveness and low demands, emotionally unavailable, minimal guidance, often leads to kids feeling unimportant or stable. So for me personally, I think I would fall more into like the authoritative, so balanced and responsive. Like I have high expectations of my kids, but I'm supportive as well. But I don't push them into things if they don't want to do things. Like, I like to give my kids some choice or some autonomy over themselves, I make clear rules. We make very clear rules with the kids, but we also have very open lines of communications with the kids. So we talk about things. There is room for discussion and there is leeway. I won't always win the argument if I know that I'm in the wrong. Like I'm okay to let my kids win an argument, if they bring a good argument to the table, you know what I mean? And encourages independence while maintaining boundaries. So I like to give my kids clear rules. I let them have their own independence, but there is a boundary to that, right? Yes, you can go out this afternoon. I want you to stay in the street. You're not allowed to go past the end of the street, and I don't want you going into anybody's house, friends' houses or whatever. Play in the street. Boundaries, independence. But I definitely wouldn't say I'm authoritarian. I'm not strict and controlling. You know what I mean? Like I have high expectations, yes. Low responsiveness, no. Because I said so approach. Only very rarely would I use because I said so.
Sometimes because I said so is all they need.
I agree. I totally agree.
Because I haven't got time to say, don't touch that, because if you put that in your mouth, you're going to get electrocuted, which is going to stop your heart. Sometimes it's just don't fuck because I said so.
That's right. And I totally agree with that, right? But it's not always because I said so.
No.
There sometimes has to be a level of interpretation or there has to be a level of willing to give your kids some kind of definition of why.
Don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of all these things. So these are all things that I should be practicing too. But even I don't
the punishment over discussion, I would rather discuss with my kids why they might be getting in trouble in that moment than just outright punishing them. Because you have to know. Like you have to know why you're being punished. And so I don't think any of the way that I parent my kids would lead to resentment or fear of me. Yeah. But I remember growing up, some friends' parents, man, I was scared of them. I was scared of some of my friends' parents.
Just touch anything or something's out of place, or did you eat any of my snacks, or...
Well, the thing is, half the time, we weren't even allowed inside as kids. It was like, I remember there was a few people that I used to spend afternoons with, after school or whatever. And there was one mate I had, and we weren't allowed inside at all. Like we had to hang out outside with the fucking big dogs out the back. And I was scared of those fucking dogs, but we weren't allowed inside. Mum just wasn't having a bar of it. Yeah. And Yeah, but then guess getting on top of that, permissive, lenient, and indulgent. Few rules of discipline. Yeah, no, I can't live like that. There needs to be some rules, and there needs to be a little bit of discipline. Wants to be the child's friend. Yeah, I'm my child's friend, but that's not like the whole ethos of the parenting.
Yeah.
Like I'm most certainly dad before I'm bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't care if my kids call me bro or bruh or fucking whatever.
Don't call me that.
Hey,
Don't want my kids calling me bro.
I don't care. No. I call my kids bro all the time. So
Yeah,
I
I
got
do it now.
two daughters, and so
Just give them the shits.
but I'm most certainly dad above and beyond everything. Like there's a time and there's place, and then there's a time and a place where it stops. And kids may struggle with self-control or authority. Well, my kids definitely know self-control because we've taught them how to self-control.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not a neglectful parent. I wouldn't say I'm like a helicopter parent. If we scroll down the list here, helicopter parenting, hovering too much, over-involved in every part of a child's life, doesn't let kids fall or make mistakes, can lead to anxious or unprepared adults. Yeah, I'm definitely not one of those.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah, see, I don't know, man. I let my kids make heaps of mistakes.
Yeah.
Just let them learn
They'll
from
make
it.
mistakes, but if I can avoid a broken arm.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to let your kids break their arm.
No, that's what I'm getting at. Like, there's like, but maybe I'm just too over.
Nah, well, it's about teaching kids how to do dangerous things carefully, right? Or safely.
Yes.
I don't mind my kids being dangerous or doing
I just
dangerous
want them
things.
to think about it before
Yeah.
they do things. That's
Yeah.
all. And I know at the moment, the boy doesn't, which is why at the moment I'm really high strung when he's out doing things because, yesterday we're walking down the street and he's walking up a footpath and there's a handrail and he flings himself out, doesn't even look. And then there's 4 people on scooters that miss him by about that much. And I'm like, first of all, they shouldn't have been hooning down the footpath. But at the same time, like, you've got to, like, this is what I keep trying to tell him. You've got to look before you've got to think before you do things. He just doesn't at the moment. So that's why I'm probably a bit more strict on that at the moment with him. But yeah.
Well, it's that consciousness of your surroundings, right?
Yeah.
You don't really have that as a child.
No, you
Not
don't.
yet.
And it's just like, I just really wish you just had that, just that tiny bit more.
Yeah, but that's something that you teach them, right? Yeah. So you're teaching them that within those moments, like, but in that moment, was it a moment to grill him or to teach him?
No, we probably taught him more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a bit further up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll get the hang of it.
Yeah,
like
of course.
it will take a probably an incident.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad it wasn't yesterday's one because that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon would have come off worse? Scooter kid or Zachy?
I would have been furious. Zach's a nugget.
Yeah.
But I would have been mad. I would have been too mad. So the damage that Zach would have caused, and then me getting mad.
Yeah, but would have you been mad at Zach for causing it, or the others for being somewhere they shouldn't have been?
Probably the scooters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pedestrians get right away.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's
and
right.
You don't ride on there because shit happens on the footpath.
Yeah.
So, but I get it though.
In that moment, how do you think you would have handled the scooters? Were they adults or kids?
Yeah, they were adults.
Yeah, okay.
Well, in their 20s, I think.
Yeah.
Important little note here.
Yeah.
Were they electric scooters?
Yeah.
Oh, no. To
Yeah, they
hell
were
with
electric
them then.
scooters. Yeah. I was seething. Yeah, that's right. The electric not
Yeah.
not what are they called? Razors.
Yeah.
No, the proper e-scooters, man.
Yeah.
I was already mad.
Yeah.
And then that kind of they would have been in trouble.
You should have given Zachy a stick.
No, I know. I was kind of like, oh, it would have been a perfect time to kick off as well.
Well, that's right. He could have
Yeah.
out from the handrail could have been something beautiful, like a piece of art.
Yeah.
Watching in slow mo, like Zachy coming under the handrail and just like fly kicking one of these guys off the scooters.
Just don't get why people do it. Why they fly through there.
Well, because they're arrogant.
And like the kids on the e-bikes now.
Yeah, because they're getting somewhere. They're getting somewhere. I don't know, man. I saw this big ride along go through North Lakes and down through our hood the other day, and you know they're all blasting through the intersection stuff, and I thought, you know, that's not anything different than I would have done as a kid of that age. Like, we used to do them in Auckland City, mass group rides, every second Thursday or something, or every second Friday or something like that, and it was a wonderful thing. It
Were they
was,
push bikes though?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's more the fact that these bikes can go. I don't know how fast they can go, but
some of them can
I
go
saw
fast.
these two kids, mate, zooming.
Yeah,
They were just dinking each other, and it'd have to be at least 50, 60 Ks.
yeah,
I was like, fuck.
yeah.
Like, why would you? That's dangerous.
Why wouldn't you though?
I'd want one
Yeah,
as
exactly.
an adult. Yeah.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you want one as a kid? Like, did you ever have like a 50cc motorbike as a kid?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't.
No, no, neither did I. But what if I wanted one? Like, did I want one?
fuck no.
Fuck yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember we used to have a family friend that had it, and I was like, oh, this was the best.
Yeah,
I never got out of first because I didn't know how to do it properly.
yeah,
That was good enough for me anyway.
yeah. I crashed a motorbike when I was like 10, and I'd never got back on one after that. But push bikes, on the other hand, like, yeah,
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
I was all about riding bikes, well, skateboarding and riding bikes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I was a bit of a mischief maker, anyways. You know, riding skateboards and, you know, dodging people on the
Security
sidewalk and yeah, dodging security and you know, being stopped by the police for this and that and numerous other things and whatnot. And so I kind of understand why these kids do it because it's exciting and it's fun. But yeah, they now have this added element of these fast EVs, which we didn't have growing up.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know what I mean? Like,
You used to get the guy with a lawnmower, bloody, or the whippersnipper engine on it.
yeah,
He came from a mile away.
yeah, yeah.
That's about as close
you'd
as
be
you
able
got.
to get the 50cc conversion kits for the push bikes, and yeah, you'd hear them coming from fucking way down the street. But yeah, like, and I guess that kind of brings me around. It kind of segues into like, are these kids, you know, like, I don't know, like, I'd rather these kids out there doing something than being stuck inside on computers and iPads and fucking heads buried in fucking, you know, devices and shit like that. Like, obviously, a lot of these kids who are doing this bike life stuff, these ride along things, they're a little bit older. But I don't know. How do you feel about what they've deemed like this, like, iPad generation? What do you think about it?
To be honest, I was driving today and I was thinking the iPhone, the first iPhone was the biggest fucking mistake. Letting that kind of technology just in our hands, like, it's overtaken our lives. It really has. And to me, I'm kind of like, you know, I'd love to fight it, you know, but it's too hard to.
So addictive.
It is. It is, but it's the norm for the kids.
Okay, so if you as an adult are sitting here saying, I feel like I'm addicted to the device, like, what kind of effect on a little kid's brain do you think that's having? Like, how do you think these kids are going to move forward into the future already having an addiction of like an iPad or a device at such a young age? Like, is this going to create really addictive tendencies within the next generations of kids?
Right, if we didn't have to worry about socials and stuff like that now for you know, the podcasts and stuff like that, I want to get off it. And I was thinking, I could just go back to the old Nokias.
Do it.
Just go back to the old Nokias.
Do it. Do what you need. Use it as a tool. Like, you know, just use it as a tool for what you need it for.
Yeah.
But don't use it for anything else. Like, this is a discussion we're currently having in our house. Is how, as adults, do we detach from it? Like, we do things like we don't drink alcohol in the house when the kids are around because we don't want the kids to grow up thinking that drinking alcohol is a normal thing. It's not. It's not a normal thing. Like, yes, it's socially accepted. Yes, it's legal, but is it really a normal thing to be drinking alcohol all the time? Not really. It's not good for our bodies. Not good for our brain. Do I want to teach my kids that habit? No. So I don't drink in front of them. But what I do is I sit there and I doom scroll. And what's that teaching my kids? You know what I mean? Like, and so it's teaching them that if it's okay for me to do it, it's okay for them to do it, right? But then this is where I draw the line in the sand because I don't let them do it because I want them to have a childhood.
It's a rite of passage. You got to do all that stuff. You got to be a child, be out there, and then when you get older, then you can do what you want on the phone.
Yeah.
You live the life, live the experiences.
But what I'm saying is, like, I don't need to be on my phone as much as I am. Like, it's an addiction thing at the end of the day, right? It's these
You switch off.
it's these things on the phone that are giving us these little dopamine hits, and they're feeding our little pleasure centers in our brain, and we're getting those happy things because we're seeing fucking multiple videos of cats or fucking, you know, scooter kids wasting themselves at the skate park and you know, all this sort of stuff. But it's kind of like, do we need it? We don't really need it.
No.
We don't need it. Like, I don't need coffee, so I don't drink coffee. Yes, I know that I'm probably the only one. Okay. No, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't drink coffee too. Yeah, right on.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker either.
Yeah, nice.
This is addicted.
Yeah,
I love it.
But what makes me really sad, right, is when you're at the mall or you're in the supermarket and you just see these kids and like sitting in a pram, or like these young kids like sitting in a pram, like with their just face just buried in a phone or an iPad, and they're totally disconnected from everything that's going on around them. Like, yes, I understand that it might be a moment for the mother or the father just to get the job done, because otherwise their child might be a terror or they might be running amok or something. But I feel like it's kind of up to us as parents to really try to figure that out. Like, we brought kids into the world. We shouldn't expect kids to adapt to our world. We have to adapt to their world, right? We are the adults. We have the ability to change. Kids don't know what change is. We are the ones that have to teach them. So I always found that, like, if my kids were running a bit of a muck, I would get them involved. Hey guys, I'm going to pick the stuff off the shelf. I need you to put it in the trolley for me. Or, hey, I want you to go down there and find those biscuits for me that we know we like. Or, you know, little things like, can you see the milk that we use? You know, it's just all these little points of engagement. Hey, do you think you can push the trolley? I'm going to steer it from the front. You know, giving them these little jobs, these little things to do. Like, but what it does is it engages them. It teaches them in the moment. And then maybe 6 months you get down you don't have this feral child who runs around the supermarket because they're engaged. They know what's going on. They know what the process is now. But these kids, they don't know that if they're not taught that. So I don't know, like I just really struggle when I see kids with their faces buried in devices in the shops. I really struggle with it. And I don't know, like, I'm not some fucking super parent. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I am by any means, and I'm not holding it against anybody who does these things, but I think we're doing our kids a disservice by allowing those sorts of things to happen.
I think sometimes it's circumstance too, because there's a day where I could just, if I had the two same days, which means and the kids did the same thing. One day, he'd probably do all that stuff. Oh yeah, hey buddy, you know what milk do we get? No, you need to help me push the trolley. And then if I did the same shit the next day, he could flip. So it all depends. I reckon it all depends on the day. Yeah. Yeah, there's times where I've done it, you know, and there's like, you know, when we went through Europe, like, you know, Abigail spent, well, she was only 1.5, so she spent a lot of time on a DVD player. During travel anyway, but these days it's definitely it's definitely it's definitely harder. Yeah.
Would you say that I'm a strict parent for not allowing my kids iPad time during the day? Like they might get half an hour in the evening on their iPad if they get their jobs done, and and I feel like they deserve it. Do you think that's being too strict?
So I've got a thought on this one. Why are the kids not allowed their iPads, but you're allowed to sit there doom scrolling?
Well, see, this is part of the problem, right? And this is what we're currently working through, right? So, because it's not right, but it's us being addicted to the device, right? I don't want my kids to get addicted to their devices the same way that I am, or the same way that my wife is. So we are cognitively trying to fix this situation now within the house.
But it's like, I think it's also, particularly the iPads and stuff, they're a tool where they could be, going on to Minecraft. Like, Minecraft is on every platform possible. They could be on Minecraft just playing together or whatever. And,
It's just, yeah.
and that's, I think, is something that, teaches some teamwork, hand-eye coordination, all those sorts of pro things.
Yeah. But so has been outside throwing a ball to each other.
Yeah, but you can't really do that at 8 o'clock at night when you're...
Yes, no, I hear that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you can have to relax on the couch and...
Yeah, well, see, this is the time that we do allow that iPad time. And we don't let them play games online. So, on servers with other players and stuff like that. I don't feel like they need to be... I don't know. I don't feel like they need to be projected into those sorts of worlds yet. Definitely no Roblox.
Yeah, no.
Definitely no Roblox. From what I know, I played it for a little while because I wanted to know what it was all about, and I didn't really like it. I'm
not a fan of it.
I wasn't a fan of it. And then when I started to research into it, I was just like, you know what? Nah.
No, Roblox is gross.
I mean, like, I've read lately that the developers are putting in a dating app into Roblox. Like a dating service. Like, this is a service that was designed for kids originally, but it was designed for kids by adults. And so
Roblox gross.
Yeah. My kids play Minecraft Education.
Yeah.
So they don't play like the full version, but they play like a smaller version, which is good. But they play heaps of Avatar World, and that's cool. They like that because it's all like just designing rooms and all that sort of stuff. And
I think of those as alternatives to, like, don't put the kids on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah.
no.
But like, I've recently, as Archie's hand-eye coordinations, I've been YouTube, like, taking away the YouTube and replacing it with stuff like Minecraft, or he's really into Sonic, so I've got the old Sonic games on my phone.
Yeah. We play a little bit of Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Like we'll game as a family. We'll sit down and we might play some old school Street Fighter, or some Capcom vs Marvel, or something like that. Some real old classics, and that's always good. But a Tekken, it's always good to beat the shit out of each other. But yeah, like for me, like I was just never a gamer. Like I guess I was always just outside doing something.
That's the other thing.
And I kind of just feel like kids are losing that now because we're in this age of technology, and our kids are going to miss out if we don't let them be on their devices. It's like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, kids,
I think they'll miss out.
Kids aren't missing out.
It's not. I don't think it's so much as about missing out. It's like, just kids are into different things.
Yeah, but that's because we've allowed that to happen, right? Like, it's
I just think it's the way society goes. Like, the stuff that my grandparents would have had, and then going, I don't want to let my kids do this, but it's just not natural progression, but it's just progression.
Yeah,
it's like it is what it is. the technology is just, it's just
And
gonna,
I think it's up to us.
we're
as
gonna be like the
parents.
fucking fat people on Wally, mate, where we're sitting there.
I think it's up to us as parents to actually learn the new technology and adapt and figure out how it works best for the kids.
Because that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm not for it, but I think there's got to be a line in the sand where too much is too much,
Yeah.
and your parents are missing the cues to be able to teach their kids like valuable life stuff, just because they can't be bothered and they plop their kid in front of a device. Like that's I guess that's my main gripe, is that parents substitute the ability to teach their kids something by just going, oh, here's the device, you learn it off there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just like, and these kids that throw tantrums, if you fucking take their device off them, that is addiction right there.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking take drugs off a drug user, they are gonna fucking smash shit. You take an iPad off an iPad kid and they smash shit.
Yeah.
That's the addiction right there in a fucking 6-year-old. Like, that's not healthy for kids. That's not healthy for kids to be that mentally ingrained into something like that. You get out there and teach them about fucking butterflies and fucking bugs and worms, and let them dig and get dirt under their fingernails and fucking eat sand and shit. Like,
Eat the
you
dirt
know
from
what I mean?
underneath your fingernails.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like, hard out. Climb trees, fall out of trees, you know, scrape your fucking knees falling off a bike, or, you know, scootering and learning how to skateboard, and, you know, like all those things, like chalk on the concrete. And
That's the thing. Like I was thinking, the other day, I would love to be able to just let the kids, just right up and down the street here. But the fucking people that hoon around that corner, the kids wouldn't stand a chance.
No.
They would not stand a chance. So it's kind of like, you know, I want them to do those things. But no, this dickhead is just gonna fucking hoon around that corner because it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And it just scares me. And
Yeah.
it stops me from doing that. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I lived on a main highway when I was a kid, so I didn't have that luxury of being able to play in the street. But then I lived in a street where we're in a quiet cul-de-sac, so then I got that cul-de-sac life as well. You know, like being able to just fucking play in the cul-de-sac all afternoon with kids. You know, like,
The
and
thing,
that's fun.
yeah,
Like,
but the thing is, like, my parents let me play on the street, and my street was, when I was younger back in Melbourne, was a third of the size of this, and people hooned even more, and we still played kick to kick, you know, on the street. And but now I wouldn't even think about it.
you're alive though.
Yeah,
Did you ever get run over by a car?
but I was more cautious.
Yeah, but did you ever get run over by a car?
No,
So you were more cautious. So
But I think that's, going off that you're more cautious. That's up to you to teach your kids
That's
to
right.
be cautious.
That's right.
but I do. But it's just like at the moment, it's just the age where it just goes in and out. It doesn't get absorbed.
yeah, you might not think it's getting absorbed. But the thing is, if the kids don't have the opportunity to be that way, then
No, that's right. It's got to
then you have to be put in situations in order to learn, right?
yeah.
So it's like you're only going to get scared by a car a couple of times before you fucking like look over your shoulder more
Yeah.
than you often would. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like a catch-22. Like I get it. It's a catch-22, but at the moment, I'm kind of like, I would rather not take that risk of you getting hurt.
yeah,
You know?
That's all calculated risks.
Yeah. Like today, there was a dad and his son riding his bike around the park down here, and the son was like maybe 8 or 9, I think. He's like, Dad, I'm gonna jump off this ledge on my bike. And I was thinking, I'd let Zach do that. You know, I'd let him do that because if he asked me, it's like, well, I know that I know Zach's 6 now, but what I'm saying is like the fact that the kid is old enough to kind of think about or like to ask that question. I reckon he's already thinking about some kind of consequence. So I get it. You have to let them jump for
Yeah.
them to learn that. But
Well,
I'm probably on the other side of the fence at the
well,
moment.
fear's a learned thing.
Yeah,
You know, kids aren't born being fearful. Fear is something that we project onto the kids, and then they pick up on it, and
Yeah.
then they become fearful because we're fearful. Yeah, like I don't know, like I never let my kids see my fear as they were growing up. Like if my daughter wanted to climb a tree, I'd just let her climb, and I'd just shadow her and be there to catch her if she fell. Necessarily wouldn't let her fall. But then there was times where she did fall and she fell straight out of the tree and fucking hit the ground real hard. and she'd come in and run screaming, Dad, I just fell out the tree. It's like, well, that's what happens when you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have a safety net.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be more careful. Has she fallen out of a tree since? No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you only make so many mistakes, right? But I guess the thing is, like, we're so worried as parents these days about all of the things that hurt us as kids growing up, that we are projecting that onto our kids by essentially we say, oh no, but we're not wrapping them up in cotton wool. Well, fucking are, because you're letting your kids sit inside all afternoon on a fucking iPad and you're not making them get outside. Like, I literally push my kids out the door in the afternoon. They come in, they fucking empty their bags, they have something to eat, they might watch TV for 20 minutes, and then off they go. Off you go. See ya. And they've got watches, and it's like, be home at 5:30.
Yeah.
They might come in and out a couple of times, get a drink of water or something. See ya. Off you go. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what they're doing. I don't care.
Yep.
Like, go and choose your own adventure, like a fucking Goosebumps book.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, create your own story. And, you know, if they're having politics with other kids in the neighborhood, oh well, sort it out. Go sort it out. Figure it out. Oh, but he's saying he's been mean to me. Okay. Well, what are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting involved, like, but I'm not going to stop my kids from being kids either.
Yeah.
Like, and I think there's a lot of people out there who feel that way, you know, because they see that the devices are taking over the kids. Like, I'm not like, my kids use devices at school. So it's kind of like, well, if they're using them at school, why do you need to be using it at home? It's like, you're doing your learning at school on it. That's cool. Like, you're learning how to use the device. Like, my daughter probably, like, I don't even know how to use an iPad. I'm not an Apple person. I'm Android, Samsung, whatever. But my kids, they've both got Apple iPads, and they know how to navigate them better than I would. Cool. That's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've got a bit of an issue with kids being on their devices too much.
So what about from a social thing?
Yeah, interact face to face. Like,
Yeah,
stop
but-
hiding behind a screen and fucking
but
talking to
sometimes-
each other.
I get it.
you know?
But I remember when I was young, because that's not a good comparison. Because I was
And I
early
get it. You know,
adult.
sometimes you don't always live in the same street as your friends now. You know, you're all scattered all over the place, and that's cool or whatever. But
like, if Abby had one of her friends live locally, I'd be like, yeah, go for a bike ride and all that stuff. But she doesn't. So it's like the only time that, you know, with all the hustle and bustle of getting him to and from things as well, you know, she does get a chance to jump online and play with him. And to be honest, during the week, they don't get it anyway. So a lot of their time's on the weekends as well. But, you know, they do jump on and socialize that way.
I guess, like, when we were young, we wouldn't have that sort of shit, right? And so, I mean, you know,
You guys had arcades and whatnot.
Yeah, that was cool.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, I
NRG,
probably
intensity.
didn't start like talking to my friends on the landline on the telephone until I was probably like 12, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It was always, hey, where are you? You home? Can I come around?
Yeah.
See ya.
yeah, that's it. And like, it was kind of just like, what are you doing this weekend? Or you want to come stay at my house? Or,
Yeah.
you know, like, my mum wants to talk to your mum.
Let's go to Blockbuster.
Yeah, and go to the video arcade. You know, 20-cent fucking Street Fighter games.
Yeah,
It's
man.
fucking awesome. But yeah, and I know that times have changed, but I just don't want my kids to feel like they didn't have a childhood.
I think it'll happen eventually.
Oh, of course it's going to happen eventually.
And if you can postpone it.
That's right. They'll get to a point where they're like 13, 14, where you will lose that control of that part of their life. And that's fine. Like, but until then, I don't want them to not be kids. So I guess there's already massive influence from, you know, external factors for my kids. Like, you know, I already see them growing up too fast in my mind, you know, like they're 10 and 7 and, you know, music videos and things that they see online and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Even, you know, the movies that you watch or, you know, TV programs that you watch and stuff. Kids like to emulate what they
Yeah.
see, right? And you know, I did it as a kid. You probably did it as a kid. You know, like but I guess as a pet or as a parent, if I can consciously be aware of that and just try and slow it down a little bit until you do lose that control. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And I think that sometimes it's hard. 'Cause sometimes I reckon it's hard. You and your partner have to both be on the same page and have the same point of view. Otherwise,
100%,
that gets blown out as well.
100%. And I guess it
We
would
don't
be,
always. Sorry, man. Like we don't always see eye to eye about
No.
when or the amount of times that they should spend on it. I guess like we said, we both agree that during the week they're not on it, but then on the weekends I'd like to limit it more too.
Mm.
But then it's kind of like, well, yeah, they haven't been on it all week. But then again, it's like so fucking what
That's right.
It's not you don't do all these things to earn the right to go on your iPad or anything like that.
That's right.
That should just be just a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it shouldn't be something that you need to work towards.
Yeah, that's right.
That also, I think, adds into the addiction for kids when you do it as the reward,
That's right.
Yeah.
because then it's the extra dopamine.
Yeah. Oh, if you do your chores, you get this.
Yeah. Like dangling a carrot,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and then letting
It's
them
like,
have
it's
it.
like dangling a bag in front of my mates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I don't want to come across as being like an old fuddy duddy or anything.
No, I get it.
But you know, like, I would rather, I'd rather take my kids swimming, or I'd rather if they said, "Oh, Dad, can we go to the beach this afternoon?" It's like, yeah, okay, it's only 25-minute drive away. Let's go. Like, get your shit. Let's go.
How often do you reckon you could keep that up for?
We do it all the time.
But even more.
Well, it doesn't have to be that every day,
Yeah.
right? I guess when my kids were really young, like we lived on the beach.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was an everyday thing because it was only an 8-minute walk to the beach. And so now that we don't live on the beach, but we live somewhat a close enough drive, it's kind of like, well, if somebody says they want to go to the beach, we'll kind of just go, yeah, let's go to the beach, because it's a part of what we were as a family once upon a time, right?
Yeah.
And so, but that in itself is like us engaging with the kids to do something the kids want to do. Like, I guess last night my youngest daughter said, "Dad, teach me how to skateboard." So it was like, okay, let's go. And I gave her half an hour, and then after that she was over it. You know, but that also got me outside. That also got me engaging with my daughter. That made me put my phone down for, you know, whatever. I don't think I was on my phone, but I'd been doing a lot of study and messaging other classmates yesterday and stuff. So there was, you know, a time where I probably did need to put it down
Yeah.
for the afternoon, disengage a little bit. And even the wife and I were talking about it last night. Like, how do we manage our own time better? Like, do we come home in the afternoons and put our phones into like a lockbox until the kids are gone to bed, and then we have a little bit of time then, and only then, you know what I mean? Like, because it's not healthy. And even as an adult, I recognize that.
Yeah.
Like, I've just come out of a 24-year marijuana addiction. Like, I know what being addicted is about. You know what I mean? And right now, it's kind of like, it's like something I'm learning about in the alcohol and other drugs course I'm doing is like this trans-theoretical model of stages of change, stages of change. And there's like pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and lapse or relapse. They don't sometimes add that last one, but they add it in an AOD sense. But a lot of people, they just live in this state of pre-contemplation. I don't have a problem. You know, I'm not thinking about change. I don't need to change. I just am the way I am. There's no problem here. But when you start to get to a point of mindset where you're like, maybe there is a problem, you're in that contemplation phase. And if you're contemplating it, then the next phase is preparing for change. And so it's kind of like right now, like, I wouldn't say like I'm controlled by my phone, but there's definitely more doom scrolling than needs to happen on a regular basis.
Oh,
You know what I mean? 100%.
sometimes I go to bed early enough so I get my doom scrolling in.
That's right. That's right. But hey, look, if you haven't been on your phone all day and all afternoon, then what? Why not lay in bed for a
Have a
little
laugh,
bit and
yeah.
have a little doom scroll? But that's probably an appropriate time to do it, right? But not while the kids are running around and and it also makes me really sad when you see parents at the park.
Fuck, I've noticed that. Even though I've tried to rein that in too. Like the other day, I was watching Zachy play basketball, and I'm looking around, and I for some reason I just like having I don't like having my phone in my pocket. I like having it on my lap, and I was just checking the time, but because I always make a conscious effort when I'm at their things, I like to watch them. But then the amount of parents that are just like this, I'm just like,
Yeah.
even I'm going, guys, lift your head up, man.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
kid
yeah.
just got your kid just got a basket, man. That's what they
100%,
call it these
man.
days, a basket,
Yep.
a hoop.
Like when my first daughter was young, we got taught about this kind of technique with your kids. Like you let them go at the park and they'll go away and they'll adventure and they'll always turn to look at you for cues, like what you're doing, what they want the clarification that what they're doing is okay. So then they'll read that in your face, even from a distance away, right? So if you're like, yeah, cool, you're good, then they'll keep going and they'll extend that boundary and and then they'll get to a point where they want to come back. So they'll come back. And so I consciously look at people and I look at their kids and I'm looking at their kid, looking at the parent's not looking at the kid, and the kid's like, oh. And then the kid goes off and does their own thing a little bit, look at the parent, and there's no engagement there. And it's kind of like, man, that's so sad. And that's something that really hits home for me too. And that's why I feel like there needs to be a change within the adults as well. Because what we're doing is we're teaching the kids that it's okay to disengage with each other. And I guess now with like technology being such a massive part of our life, the social connection is something that we have to really work on consciously. And it's sort of something that's so important that we are losing that ability to connect with other people. That's why I love going to the barbecue on a Friday night, because it's like, it's a time where you can like connect with other people in a real world setting and talk to other people, and you're not just fucking messaging each other or fucking sending voice notes to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I guess that's why I get so involved with the dads community, because it is a really good opportunity to connect with people in a real world setting instead of just fucking hiding behind screens all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get to that life, and I don't want my kids to get to that life either. And when my kids meet other adults and the adults turn around and say, wow, your children can really converse with adults really well, it's because we allow that to happen, and we don't, because my kid's face isn't fucking buried in an iPad all the time, and they know how to communicate with people. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So I don't know, man. You take from it what you will. I'm not telling anybody how to parent their kids.
No.
I'm just sort of saying, let's maybe be a little bit more conscious
Hey.
about.
It's our show, mate. We say what we want on it.
That's right.
Who
That's
cares?
right. But I'm not having a go. I'm not having a go. But I'm just concerned. I'm just concerned for the future of our children. You know what I mean?
It's going to take a big movement, mate.
Well, I think it's already kind of happening.
I think so.
Like, I don't know, like I see bits on like news on social media where kids, like teenage kids, are saying, oh, I'm going back to a Nokia One Touch Easy because I don't want a smartphone. They don't, and I don't know, like these kids are growing up in a world where everything is fucking filmed, man. And not all the kids want to be filmed. And so it's kind of like, well, how do you get away from that? It's like, well, you put that kind of device down, don't you?
So I was shooting high school formal last week.
Yeah.
And there was, equal amount of kids is doing their TikTok dances and whatnot, doing their recordings, as there was a handful of kids walking around with a Polaroid cameras, taking their selfies together.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's the way it should still be.
Bring back the
Photo booths.
Yeah, bring back the photo booths. Bring back the
At every formal I've shot, there has always been a photo booth there, and the kids
Yeah.
absolutely love
Oh,
them.
of course.
Don't
man.
bring it back. Keep them going.
Yeah, yeah, like
That's how far out of touch we
the
are.
little Kodak kind of like disposable
yeah.
cameras, man. Like, man.
I don't know how many random Mars shots I got on my wedding ones.
Oh man, that's right. That's right. So good,
Yeah.
man. So good. Yeah.
Oh, times are changing.
Times are changing, but I don't think we have to let them change too much. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely up to us as a society on how far we let it change. But the parents are the ones that have to parent their kids right. And if their parents are allowing it to happen, well, the kids are gonna
do it.
you know. But I don't know, I kind of feel like I don't know, like put it this way, right? When I was a kid, my dad used to drag us through the bush, me and my sister. And we used to fucking walk through these long bush walks, kicking and screaming and moaning and stuff. And my dad would just be off ahead, 50 odd meters ahead, and we'd be dragging our feet and, but then later on in life, when I reconnected back with the bush, I just remembered all of these times that my dad took me to the bush, and I was just like, man, I never really made the most of it, but I'm so grateful he did that because it's given me such an appreciation for the bush now. And I think one day, like, yes, your kids might hate you in the moment, for taking the iPad off them for a little bit, but you're the fucking parent. You're supposed to be the best friend. Like, let your kids kick and scream and have a little tantrum about it. They'll get over it. Get on a scooter with them and go outside and scooter down the fucking footpath.
Yeah.
Teach them how to bunny hop off the curb or something. You know what I mean? Like, show them how to crash and make them laugh and, do all those sorts of things. My kids love it when I fucking crash or fail. You know what I mean? Oh my dad's on the ground.
You loser.
But it's good. It's good times. Yeah. I think, I think that's my thoughts anyways. That's my thoughts on it.
I think there's some good points.
Yeah.
To all of it, and I think there's probably some good things or some takeaways people might take from it.
Yeah, I mean, like Dean was saying, yes, iPads can be a tool, right? We can change the way that our kids are using these devices, so they're not just buried in games or just doom scrolling themselves or on.
I just have a gripe
YouTube
with people like my kids watching YouTubers playing games.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does my head in that. Sort of shit.
Or the ones where they're just filming the YouTuber playing like this, and they're just like, oh wow, just. I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
I've got. But if they're watching a TV show, or if it's like a Bill Nye the Science Guy, Abby watches sometimes, that's fine.
Yeah, and educational stuff's great.
but
even some of these like educational YouTubers and stuff, like I get on board with it too. Like there's some that we watch, like guys who find fish and collect fish, and that's really awesome. Like my 7-year-old daughter, she'll be like, "Oh, that's a blah blah blah, and that's a blah blah." I'm like, "How did you know what that fish was?" She's
skills.
like, "Because that I learnt it off the thing." And it's just
okay.
like, wow, that's pretty neat.
That's where I
like,
think YouTube is. The best feature YouTube has is just the block channel button.
yeah.
I'll do it with Archie, where if he watches something and I think they might get slightly annoying, I'll just block the channel.
Yeah.
YouTube, there's so much stuff on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
He's gonna find something else.
Yeah, and like that YouTube Kids has an indefinite scrolling pattern where there is no bottom to the scrolling. And what it does is it actually picks up on the things that your kids are watching, and then it will build that algorithm and it will
When it
feed more
stops.
stuff into the algorithm, but it never stops.
Yeah.
It never ever stops. And there's even stuff that gets thrown into like the YouTube Kids that is like super questionable because the algorithm can't pick up on it because of the way that it's formatted to look like it's kids content. And I'm not about it.
Watch what your kids are watching on YouTube and just block channels.
Hard out. Yeah, my kids are generally only allowed on like 3 or 4 channels without supervision, and everything else it's kind of like, nah. Like if I hear something that I don't know, I'm just like, nah, turn it off. Oh, but Dad, nah, turn it off. I'm coming in.
No,
I'll
see,
turn
a lot of the time,
I'll turn the whole TV off. Like,
Archie will watch people build Lego. like just speed build Lego. He really loves that. He'll just put on some headphones, listen to music, and watch people build Lego.
Yeah. But that's kind of educational.
Yeah.
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 It's stuff that
And
he
that's-
can't do yet, that he's like, he's watching them build the new
Yeah.
Lightyear sets or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like no different to
pretty
Zachy watching the how to draw.
Yeah.
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 We like watching the primitive technologies where
Yeah.
they dig these houses and these pools and stuff, and they speed it up, and
Yeah.
man, that shit's so cool. Yeah. Lucy loves that sort of stuff. Daisy and I, we watch Cops. We
Yeah.
love watching Cops. Cops is great.
I'm gonna have to get my kids into tuna
Yeah, Aussie
tuna cutting.
Aussie dash cams is another
Yeah.
one. Shout out Aussie dash cams. Love Aussie dash cams. yeah,
Tuna cutting. I love watching.
tuna cutting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I have to get the kids into that one.
yeah,
Nice
yeah.
and relaxing.
Yeah,
Bit
see, there's
respect-
plenty of stuff
Respectful.
plenty of educational stuff that the kids can be doing while just relaxing watching the iPad.
Yeah.
Young Bloods.
Yeah.
We're big Young Bloods fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brody, man, he's the man. He's the man. Love that guy and his ADHD.
Mhm.
He's so good. Yeah, and super educational too. You know, like love that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely good attributes to letting your kids, use the technology, but I think there has to be a limit. I
Yes.
don't think you can just haphazardly let your kids just do whatever they want, because like a drug addict, they will just keep fucking injecting that shit straight into the
I
vein.
think of the iPad as end of day activity.
Yeah, very end of the day
Yeah.
activity for our kids, if that.
Yep.
If that. And then some days I'll just be like, nah, and they'll be like, okay. And they're really good about it, because the thing is, they're not iPad kids, and so they don't need it. You know what I mean? Like they don't throw tantrums about not getting it. And that's but that's something that we have managed and mitigated, because I don't want my kids being like that. I don't want kids throwing tantrums about not being able to have a fucking iPad. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Any thoughts out there?
That's it.
Yeah,
Let them rip.
let them rip. If you think I'm wrong, fucking let me have it. If you side with me, fucking power to us.
What are your
You know?
favorite channels
Yeah,
for
what are
your kids to
What are
watch?
your favorite YouTube channels? For
Yeah,
the
give
kids?
some
Yeah.
recommendations.
That's right. Yeah, hook us up, man. Like, I'm all for checking stuff out. Yeah, stuff we can watch as a family on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah. How it works, how it's made.
Yeah.
They're good ones. I do like that.
Cheers, Dean, for jumping on the mic.
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure hearing you.
I'm an iPad adult, so
Yeah.
yeah.
The other
it's
side.
all right. Yeah, we've got three views tonight. So
Yeah.
Braden reckons he's taking one on the fence.
Yep. Fence
yeah,
sitter
he's a fence sitter.
on the post.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dean's the iPad dad, and I'm the anti-iPad dad.
Yep.
So enjoy we go.
Well, enjoy the point of views.
Yeah. Let us
Peace.
know. Let us know where you sit. Yeah. Peace out.
Real talk. We're putting it all on the table. You know what to do.